Alright, so this is likely going to be my last video on Mirage before it releases, barring any crazy news. And I just kind of wanted to sum up the build up to the game and the importance Mirage as a single title holds for the entire franchise. Not to be melodramatic here, but there's a lot riding on this game for a lot of people. Now obviously everybody has their different opinions, expectations, and wants when it comes to Assassin's Creed. There are some people who have been very happy with where the series has gone recently with the RPG trilogy and everything, while others are feeling the complete opposite. Somewhere in the middle, you know how it is. The point is, the AC community has been pretty divided in the past few years, I'd say more so than it ever has. At first, I think most people were happy with the direction the series was headed back when Origins first came out. Even fans of the old games, including me, really enjoyed Origins and its fresh take on the series. Then came Odyssey, and that divided people quite a bit, and then Valhalla, which divided it even more. It was to the point where anything Assassin's Creed related that was posted on any social media platform, you'd see a bunch of comments saying, "We want old Assassin's Creed back," or something along those lines, right? I mean, hey, a lot of my old videos in my first year of YouTube were along those lines as well. I mean, I used to rant and rant. For those who were there, I'm sure you remember. Since I've become a little more open-minded, or at least I'd like to think so, and I've tried to see things from a different perspective. I can understand why those who love those new RPG games do. I can find enjoyment in them. It's still not my preferred type of Assassin's Creed game, but I'm not as closed-minded as I feel I was. But still, it didn't stop me from wishing Ubisoft would go back to the roots and make a more classic style of Assassin's Creed game. And so with Mirage promising to be that game, so many of those older fans are coming back to the series to give it one more shot with Mirage. I have been covering this game on my channel ever since the very first leak about there being a more traditionally styled Assassin's Creed game following BASM called Codename Rift. I think I literally titled that video, "Ubisoft Finally Listens." Man, even before that, I was talking about wanting BASM to get his own standalone Assassin's Creed game. The other possibility, which I prefer, is that the game takes place before Valhalla, with a younger BASM becoming a hidden one and mentor and leading the assassins. And I have said from the very beginning, I am cautiously optimistic about this game, which I think echoes a lot of what the people in the community have been feeling. Not everybody, of course. It's literally impossible, especially with Assassin's Creed, to please everybody, but that's been the general consensus I've gotten from the community and a lot of those old fans. And I know for quite a few of those old fans, they have been at the breaking point with this series. If they don't like Mirage, they aren't coming back. A lot of them may never touch an Assassin's Creed game again. That's the simple truth. And that's why I say Mirage is make or break. And I think a lot of the future of this series rides on the success of Mirage. Because as of right now, we know of no other Assassin's Creed game currently in development that promises to be a return to roots like Mirage. Now, as we've speculated, maybe if Mirage does well, Ubisoft Bordeaux gets more resources and time to make another similarly styled game, but they get to go even further with it. A lot of people want better parkour or something more in line with Unity. Maybe with the chance, Bordeaux can make that true return to roots game. Because while they are calling Mirage a return to roots, it's still not a full return, obviously. It's still gonna have similar gameplay mechanics and assets from Valhalla and Origins. If you're expecting something like Unity or the Ezio trilogy, you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. That's not what Mirage is. Mirage is taking the gameplay loop and formula of Origins and Valhalla, tweaking it a bit, adding some classic elements like the throwing knives, for example, designing the game around those core principles by encouraging stealth and parkour, and putting it in a denser location. Progression is going to be more linear and story-based, and there aren't going to be the choices in the main story. Mirage is not going to completely reinvent the wheel. It may not be that old AC game of your dreams, but I know for me personally, I am fine with what Mirage is going to be. I really like Origins. If you watched my newest video on it, you'd know that. I love old Assassin's Creed. Blend some of those ideas together, I'm okay with that. I don't need this to be the ultimate culmination of old Assassin's Creed, and I don't expect it to be. Some may not be okay with that, and they are thoroughly disappointed disappointed by what Mirage is. And if that's you, fair enough, it's not going to be the game for you then. But I know for those of us who have just wanted Assassin's Creed to at least feel like Assassin's Creed again, I'm pretty confident what Mirage is offering will give me that. A lot of this has to do with expectations, right? And after seeing all this gameplay, hearing countless opinions, hearing the game be described, and how Ubisoft Bordeaux has gone about marketing it, I honestly think I will like this game. I don't think it will be the best Assassin's Creed game ever or some kind of masterpiece, and I'm not expecting it to be, and that's fine. I don't need it to be. I just want a more traditional style AC game I can enjoy. If Mirage delivers that, I am satisfied. Some people won't be, but that's just the way of the world. And if Mirage is that, I hope the game does well, because then that shows Ubisoft inconclusive proof that this is the kind of game players want going forward. Which then hopefully we can get a game in the future that builds on Mirage and maybe gets us even closer to that true return to roots. But bringing this back to the overall topic of the video, there is a lot of pressure on this game. A game that was originally supposed to be a DLC and is being made by a relatively new studio that has never developed their own standalone title before, and on top of that, they only had a little over 2 years to do it, suddenly now has all this pressure and weight on it. Not even just for those old fans or for the future of the series, but even Ubisoft as a whole, who I'm sure is banking on Mirage to break this near 2-year dry spell of major releases. Not to mention, it's almost been 3 years since Valhalla was released. We are in the longest gap of time without a new Assassin's Creed game in the franchise's history, so that adds even more importance to the success of Mirage. It's make or break, now or never for a lot of people. Again, barring anything insane happens, which you never know, this will probably be my last video on Mirage until I've actually played the game. I have no idea if I'm gonna get to play it early. Ubisoft didn't invite me last time, so I don't know. I would like to, so I can have my thoughts on it out for you guys early, but we'll see. If I don't, I'll try to get a video up as soon as I can, but we're about a week away from the release anyway. But as always, let me know where your current expectations are for Assassin's Creed Mirage, and if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and considered subscribing to the channel if you're new. A special thank you to my members for supporting me, and other than that, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day, Assassins.